Good morning is what I would say if I had a ton of energy. But I have a little bit. I had some coffee, and we're going to play some gaming. Someone in chat said this DLC is a bit overwhelming for me for Vampire Survivors. I've heard that. Someone said, where's the VOD, where's Tiny Glade, and any news on Shroom Jam? Okay, the VOD gets taken down by Twitch because of copyrighted content. This happens automatically, no matter how many times I try to change the option. It is to prevent DMCA, so you have to wait for YouTube. Tiny Glade soon-ish. And Shroom Jam will have more information on that soon, including the reveal of the theme. And we'll also, we'll let you know the full details of how that's going to go down and when. But it will be November. So it is November, so soon. Yeah, it'll be our first game jam. What's the music? Music is Perfect Dark. Air Force One anti-terrorism is the music. It only happens to you? No, this happens across the board. It's just some people, I guess, make it public every time manually, I think. But I've also had issues where, I got a strike just because of an old clip of me playing Paul McCartney. So I don't know if I want to risk it with Twitch. It's weird. But yeah, we're doing an early stream today, chat. And the reason for that is I will not be around tonight. I'll just go ahead and tell you. The reason is I'm going to see David Gilmour tonight, who is one of my musical heroes. It's the guitarist from Pink Floyd. And that's a huge, huge thing for me. Vinny, it's a bummer watching on Full Sauce without the intros and BRBs, believe it or not, tech issues. I mean, it's all generally uploaded across the channels, Extra Sauce, Full Sauce. I get it, if it's a bummer, I appreciate that you like the way I put my streams together, but, it's, to me, better than having a big disjointed 5-hour stream with music cut out in the middle. So, have you seen the Brothership reviews? Yes. It seems IGN gave it a 5, but other outlets are giving it 9s. I'll have to make up my own mind. Someone wanted to know about Psychopomp. I explained it yesterday, but if you want the long and short of it, here's the short of it. The VOD was taken down because the dev was getting some BS, and we spoke about it a little bit, and they just said, hey, can you take it down? I said, yes, it's not my finest moment. I'd be happy to take it down if you want me to, dev. And that was it. Simple as that. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, I got shit, he got shit. It's some games that happens, I guess. So I opened the gates of hell. I don't care. It's whatever. You play the game yourself if you're interested. Like I said, it's good. Also, what happened? It got a very, it got a lot of discussion. And that's pretty much it. So we'll leave it there. Obviously, when people hear T, they want it. But it's really not that big of a thing. It was kind of very minimal, in my opinion. But it is what it is, chat, and it's really not that big of a thing for me. I think you can, you could probably go without me playing a game poorly for an hour. I also wanted to mention, since we're doing all of this, so yes, I am going to a concert tonight, so I won't be live tonight. This week we'll be doing Brothership when it comes out, more Silent Hill, so there's going to be a lot of gaming. I wanted to let you know that MagFest, Redvox is playing MagFest, and some of you know this already. So, alright. So here's what happened with MagFest. Too many games. We played a show live there, and some people over at MagFest heard about this, and they wanted us to play that show. So that convention is Music and Games Fest. It is a really good convention. I went for the first time this year, and I got really sick. I got massively sick. Someone said, I remember you saying how you didn't want to do MagFest because of how competitive it was. I think that was my own brain rot. The truth is, there are a lot of amazing bands up there, and there's going to be people that are like incredible on that stage. But they asked for us. So I think it's really cool. I don't think anyone really specifically is competing, but I just didn't think I was up to the task. So, but we've been putting a lot of work in. And I'm excited to play it. Unfortunately, so Mike isn't playing that show with us. And he talked about it on his stream. If you want to hear him talk about it, you probably check his VOD. And the reason is, there's a couple reasons. He did talk about this. And me and Mike are 100% cool. We're going to be doing a couple collabs in the next couple weeks, actually. But a lot of it is his health. Mike has been practicing in a neck brace for like a year and a half. Mike has been putting a lot of work into his career. Mike has a back thing, a knee thing, and the time required to really get the practices in for a show. It's a lot of time, energy. You know, no one's getting paid. I've only lost money on Redvox. And it's a tough gig. And when you're a drummer and it's such a physical thing, you know, for him, he would go home exhausted and then not be able to stream. I would go home from a practice and I would stream the same night. But I know that some of those streams would suffer a little bit. But I did love, you know, I love the music stuff. I love doing it. I don't mind losing money on it. But when your health is happening, when you have a career where you kind of have to like grind on, you know, to make sure that you're successful to the point where you're coming home feeling fucked up from a long day of practice and your neck, your back, your fucking knees are aching. So it's a lot. That said, Mike's already recorded probably about 15, 16 or so, probably more than that. God, like 20 songs already. And the door is definitely open to more in the future. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not really... Mike really delivered the best of what he could do, and he did so with fucked up health issues and with also a limited battery for being able to do as much as he would like and practice as much as he would like. So, of course, the door is open, but it's a tough gig to want to do shows and like grind away at practices and also not deliver your best performances because you don't have the time or the health to put the time into the most physical and vital instrument in a band. So, it sucks. Vinny, please elaborate on only losing money from Redvox. Yeah, so the band isn't profitable and never really has been. Any money I make from merch goes right back into the studio. Studio time. You know, a lot of it is expenses in regards to recording costs, for production costs. And then, as some of you know, last year, SCP went bankrupt. And I talked about this last year around December. But SCP was my merch company for like 7 years. And if you want, read all about SCP bankruptcy, Second City Prints, and that will give you some idea. So what happened was they went bankrupt. The main dude apparently made some bad investments and didn't tell anyone they were going bankrupt. And the money I spent on manufacturing shirts and 1,500 records. It's reprints and also new records. It might have been actually 2,000. I basically put the bill forward for all of that, and I never got paid. People got their merch. The money went to him and SCP, and the company went bankrupt. And I will tell you, I lost a very sizable chunk of money from that. You know, I believe Jacksepticeye lost money, Mitski. There are a lot of artists that lost a ton of money. Yeah, so that was a year ago. This is old news, and luckily I got the merch back that was unsold. It doesn't mean I've made a profit, but the thing is, chat, with the band, I don't really... I'm over-explaining, and I'm probably talking too much, but I'll say this. I don't really care as long as I can feed myself and I can foot the bill for this stuff. Rock music, period, isn't really very lucrative unless you're in a very, very, very high level. And Spotify pays like shit. Merch margins aren't that high if you're trying to keep your prices low. But the point is, music is a part of me where I don't like going a day or two without playing a little guitar or writing some lyrics or thinking about a song. I love it. This is who I was before streaming. It's who I will continue to be. As I've said, I think I probably chose the wrong genre if I wanted to be a mega famous, ultra rich rock star, or I chose the wrong decade to be born. But it's fun, and I love doing it, so I want to continue doing it, but the band isn't really profitable. So unfortunately, that means that none of us in this band were really... This is for the love of music more than anything. And if you have bought merch, and if you've bought a couple songs from Bandcamp, that usually just gets put back into keeping the lights on in the studio. So when you have a situation like that, I feel good enough where I can get over to the studio 3-4 days a week. And I am very, like I said, for me, it's all my songs. So I'm very, very motivated. And I love doing it. It's just the most fun thing I do in my life, pretty much, aside from this. But yeah, I mean, when you're the drummer and your health is fucked up and you have a career you want to focus on, and the drumming is at a level of some of these songs are a little fast, some are a little heavier, and you're doing practices for hours a week, and it fucks you up. Doesn't feel good, man. So there you go. Vinny, I wish I could visit New York City to see you perform. Well, we're gonna figure it out at some point. Thank you, chat, for the stuff and for the support, and hopefully we'll see what happens. And yeah, we'll play Magfest, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do a great job. And you'll see, it's gonna be good. And next album, I'll say this one last piece of Redvox information. We were trying to release an album this year, but due to several things, including, listen, man, getting videos, album art, finishing songs, there's a lot of stuff we have that we worked on. I think there's 25 songs to choose from. And just putting it all together and then doing all the business side of shit, takes a while. So I don't think this year there's going to be an album. But we're going to see what we can release. And hopefully we'll have something out soon. And but it's going well. And you will hear, like I said, you will hear Mike strumming on a lot more songs. And who knows what the future may hold. But anyway, sorry, I know you're here for the video gaming, Vampire Survivors, most of you. But thanks for letting me talk about this for a little bit. Vinny, is it just me or does the left side of the stream say Corn Porn Industries? Nope.